Hello everyone, the Tattoopedia welcomes Lokesh Verma to the Mooch Talk. Hi
Thank you.
Lokesh. So we want to have a small chat on the Indian tattoo industry and the global tattoo industry as well. So what are the three things that make a good tattoo artist in your opinion?
As I told before, you have to be very good in sketching. If you cannot draw it on paper, you cannot do it on the skin. You should be able to listen. You should be a good listener, so that you listen to the ideas of whoever the client is and materialize it, finalize it on a paper. So you have to have that. And the third thing is you have to have that creativity, because anyone can. If you learn, you can sketch. Say this mug is there, you can sketch it after a few tries. But the creativity is something else. It's not just drawing. It is about thinking about a new idea and putting it on paper.
Right.
So these three things I think are the most important for being a tattoo artist.
That's interesting. So what do you feel after we discuss this, that all these things are required, creativity and everything? Should there be a formal tattoo education or not?
Yeah, there should be, because when I started, as I told before, it took me 4 or 5 years. First 5 years I was just doing names, because I did not know the different kind of needles or different kind of inks, or how to mix the inks and how to dilute it. So many technical things are there, what voltage to run the machine on. So if you hit and try, you lose first 2-3 years in that only to find the perfect balance. If you take a formal training from someone, you learn it within the first 2 months only. So you save a lot of time, and there's a lot of competition nowadays. You don't have time to waste for 2 or 3 years to waste to learn the basics. So better to learn it from a professional.
So that being said, what is your experience as a tattoo trainer?
My experience, I have been teaching since 2007. Amar was one of my first students who still works in our studio. So it's been 14-15 years. And I think most of my students are doing well. Some of them are settled abroad. Most of them are running a studio in India or working with me also. So see, I don't take students without looking at their work. I make sure they send me 50 sketches first. They're really interested in drawing and sketching, and they're not just coming to the tattoo industry just after looking at the glamour or the lifestyle of it. They have to be really into art. Right. So if someone does not send me the sketches first, or if I don't like someone's sketches and they're not willing to work on it, I don't accept them. So I'm very selective in taking students.
Sketching is the backbone of industry.
Yes, it is very important to draw.
So while teaching, what are the tips and tricks that you usually give to your students or that you follow while doing tattooing?
The tips and tricks, the most important thing apart from the technical things like needles, voltage and the inks, are like hygiene is the most important thing. Because in India, as you know, there are no laws or no standards by the government that we have to adhere to. So we have to self-inspect ourselves, and we have to have that ethics and morals to make sure everything is cleaner than when you go to a hospital, or at least equal, so that there is no cross-contamination and there is no blood-borne pathogens, and people don't touch multiple things to avoid this cross-contamination thing. So you have to self-monitor yourself and be a lot ethical and moral hygiene-wise. Hygiene is like my number one priority, because you're working in an environment which deals with a lot of bodily fluids and plasma and blood. So you have to keep everything very clean and use most of the things disposable. After the session, you have to use disinfectants which are used in Europe. Because Europe, there are certain standards. So we use the same things that they use in Europe or USA, which are approved by FDA. So we use the same measures and standards to keep ourselves up to the international mark.
Okay. So this industry recognizes female artists as well, but what we see is that the count of female artists is very less.
Yeah.
So what do you think that how does this industry treat female artists?
This industry treats female artists equally. This industry does not discriminate between artists. If your work is good, you will get clients. If your work is not good, whether you're male or female or a dog, you will not get work.
Right.
So even if you're a dog and you can do wonders, you will get. Small example: Angel is working with us since the last 2 years, and she is one of the most booked artists in our studio right now. Although she is booked for 2 or 3 months. And we have 4 female artists. Sakshi is here. Sakshi she has her own style of tattooing, so she's also getting requests for her own kind of work. Shamli does her own style of. So everyone is doing her own style of work. Pallavi is another new apprentice who has joined our studio. So in our studio only we have 4 female artists. So there is no discrimination as in between male and female. It's just that your work has to be good.
That's really good. So what do you suggest? Artists should master one particular style of tattooing, or an artist should be open to any kind of tattoo that comes to them?
No, mastery comes later. First, you have to learn the basics, and to learn the basics, you need to know almost everything. I'm not saying be a master of all styles of tattoos, but the basic shading and sketching, which comes by doing realism, is the most important thing. That's why I focus a lot on realism, because an artist who can do realism can pull off almost any style, because he knows how to exactly replicate the work. So realism is the base of tattooing, until unless you have a really crazy wacky style which people are crazy about. Otherwise, I think you should know the basics of everything: the composition, the flow of the body, how should each tattoo fit on this part of the body. You cannot just print out any size and slap it on the body.
Right.
So you should know the basics, and you should know the realism style, so that you can almost replicate all styles. And then after 1 or 2 years, once you are good with the basics, then you should choose your own style.
Okay, perfect. And what is the most challenging part of the tattoo artist?
The most challenging part is to create a design from the scratch, because every day you get new requests, and you only have that much of space in your brain and you have only that much, because once you adapt your own style, then you only think that ways, and you are proficient in only few styles. You cannot do everything. Not anyone can. So whenever you have to create a new design, like if you see my work, 10 tattoos, you will know that this is my work, or any other tattoo artist design, you will know that this is her or his work.
Right.
So it's very difficult to break away from that style and create a new kind of design every time. That's very challenging.
And every time you have to give something different.
Something different, yeah. Because there are only so many elements. If someone wants a Shiva tattoo, there are only so many things you can do: Shiva, Rudraksh, Trishul, Damrut,
Exactly.
and Shivling, and all these things. So how to change them again and put them
Creativity and everything.
different angles and all. That is a really challenging part.
And what are some common misconceptions about tattooing as a career?
Yeah, people don't think it's a respectable career. At least at my time, they didn't used to think. Now it's. But anyway, I think it's much better to than sitting in a cubicle and emailing it the whole day. Here you're doing something creative, and you have good work environment. There are no restrictions on any type on anything. So more and more people are realizing it, and people are pursuing their passion now rather than sticking to what their parents want them to do. So I think you know yourself better, and you should only do what you. If you think you don't want to be an engineer, or you want to be a tattoo artist, then you're better off doing tattoos.
Because I think that tattooing is something which brings the creativity out of the person.
Yeah.
And it's close to heart, because if you love something, you can do it anytime.
Yeah, and there are 1.3 billion people in India, and even if 1% of them are creative, there are so many creative people that we have who never get to do what they really want to do.
Exactly.
So they should always, keep their main job on the side, but on the side they should keep on
Doing
whatever they want, be it sketching, music, tattooing, or anything else that they're interested in. And those are the people who make it in the end, who don't leave their side, their passion actually.
Right.
They keep it fueled.
And we think that whatever you said also matches back to the numbers that industry is showing. So if we talk about specifically about the Indian tattoo industry, it has seen a 30% growth in the last 3 years, with last year revenue being at 20,000 crore. So the total people in India is just 1% who have art on their body or are into the tattooing industry.
Yeah.
What if we compare, if we get the global average of tattooing in India, the industry would be much at a very higher rate, or the growth or the numbers would speak differently then.
Yeah, 15% of people in USA have tattoos.
Exactly.
Or more than one tattoos. So if we have 15% of people having tattoos, the industry will be growing at a
Booming.
tremendous rate.
Exactly.
And I can see the growth you're talking about. Actually, it can be even more than that. Because when I personally started alone 15 years ago professionally, and 18 years ago freelancing, I was doing freelancing. I used to do like 5-10 tattoos in a month. Now we do 500 tattoos in a month. So the growth has been more than 10-20 times.
Right. So since you also teach, you also take students, you said that you look at the art, what they submit, 50 arts or 70 arts, whatever is your criteria.
Yeah.
So if you meet someone across the road or on your studio, what would be a 30-second impressive pitch that you would like without looking at the art, and you would select that person as a trainee?
Then I'll have to look at their once you speak to a person, you come to know about whether they're genuine or they just want to make it for the sake of the glamour of the industry and the bling bling of tattooing. So you come to know, we get a lot of people, who like, take some money from me, let me try the tattoo machine. Those people never make it. The one who is really interested will, you will know from them that they have, first of all, they will have a background in art.
Right.
They will not just straight away get up one day and say, I want to be a tattoo artist. So they would have some homework done before. So I will just assess all these things and try to judge them whether they are, apt. I'm no one to actually judge them, but if I want to teach them or not.
And the last question for today would be, what do you feel about the Tattoopedia?
So first of all, congratulations on taking this initiative, bringing the clients and the artists on the same platform and promoting this tattoo industry in India. No other platform was doing it, so we needed something like that. And I think this will be a great success if you guys selflessly keep on working towards the industry. And that's how, if you work selflessly for a name, you eventually make it, and profits follow later thereafter. So congratulations, and I wish you guys all the best for this.
Thank you, and thank you for your time.
My pleasure.